Hey!
Hey guys!
Hi everybody!
Welcome to another episode of Sunday Eats and Treats.
Happy Sunday, and we are back together.
Yes.
I feel like we haven't been together for a couple
weekends.
Yeah.
She's been the world traveler with volleyball, so.
It's been great. We've been able to go see our daughter play. Unfortunately, she got sick Friday, and she's been kind of down and out, but
yeah, the sickies of the family. Jessica's sick.
And he's kind of starting to feel that way too. So it's like
we're good. We're pushing through it. Yeah, you notice she's kind of lean.
I'm really lean. It's kind of too late. You know what I mean?
It is
if you live in the household, somebody is bound to get.
Somebody's gonna get it. So
you're bound to spread the wealth of illnesses. So here's the tip: make sure you drink plenty of water all day long. Lots of fluids.
Get some rest.
Get some rest. Definite rest, sleep. What else did I say? I also said
that's probably the
vitamins,
hardest things for the teens.
Minerals.
Just be still.
Make sure you're slowing down. Yeah. So slow down.
That's it. So
hi, Kaya.
Yeah, so it was a
Welcome.
super good weekend. We drove over to Salt Lake to watch Kaylani, and she really pushed through it on Friday night, but Saturday she was not feeling very good. So.
No, it was kind of a bummer, but that's okay. They did really well in Kansas City. They finished 21st out of 128 teams.
It's pretty
so
good.
That was awesome. That's when I was gone. And Jody, what did you end up doing?
I just did one by myself. So
you did?
Yeah.
What'd you make?
Oh no, I didn't, because I decided it's better when we're together. So.
You didn't want to do?
I didn't want to do it solo. So I like it better when we do it together. So
when we do the eats and treats together.
Yes.
So that's why we're together now, and you'll get us next week. So we're together for the next few Sundays.
Yeah.
That's great.
So.
Well, we have a delicious meal for you. It is called, actually it's by 365dayscrockpot.com, and it's a Mexican dish. And honestly, can you go wrong with any Mexican dish?
No.
And how do you really make that healthier? I mean, we were looking at the dish, and there's only maybe a couple things I would change, but pretty much it's got tomatoes and cilantro and black beans and let's see, green onions. And you could do ground beef, you can do ground turkey. We chose ground beef. Some people don't want to do that, but we chose ground beef. Here it is. Actually, here's a meal prep tip. Go ahead and cook several pounds of ground beef or ground turkey or whatever you're using, and then just freeze the rest that you don't use. So we did, I think it's 4 pounds.
Yep. Because
I'm doubling the recipe. The recipe we have is actually 1 pound for a serving, but we're doing 2 pounds. And so here's just the remainder of it that we're going to freeze off and use for another meal. So that's just a meal prep tip, just make more.
Yeah, and we're really good about that, because a lot of times I think about not only dinner, but I like leftovers for lunch the next day. So I will pack the kids the leftovers from the night before, and most importantly myself some goodies. So
yeah, for sure.
I'm not going out to eat at lunch or anything like that. I'm eating some good healthy stuff that I've already prepared. So
yeah, that's it. That's the best thing too. That helps you stay healthy. That's the other thing. Eat some healthy food. Don't eat the crap while you're sick, okay? I know you might go like, oh, but I'm craving French fries because you want the fat or whatever. Go get some chicken noodle soup, okay, guys? So all we did, the difference in this recipe is it called for orzo, which is a pasta. And instead of using pasta, because I'm gluten-free, we are using quinoa. And so this is already made quinoa. You can, in this recipe, you can cook the meat first, which is what we did, and then you can add the orzo and some broth so that you can cook the orzo with the meat. But instead, we cooked the quinoa ahead of time too. And if you've never cooked quinoa, it's super, super easy. All it is like you would take a ½ cup of quinoa, rinse it, put it in a pot, then add 3/4 cups of water. Okay, so that's what, 1.5 times?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1.5 times your quinoa.
And make sure you rinse it. If you don't rinse it, it's bitter.
Yeah, it has like this kind of a little funny taste to it.
Yes.
So just rinse your quinoa. I know they're tiny little granules, but it's not too hard. So rinse it, squish it around in your hands, and then rinse out the water. So then that's all you gotta do, and then you bring this to a boil. Honestly, you can make it super easy. Put it in the microwave. Stick it in a glass bowl, put it in the microwave, put the water in. I said ½ cup to 3/4 cup, and then cook it for 6 minutes, and it should be pretty good. Stir it up, cook it a few more minutes, and you're done. That's it. Microwave is super, super simple. But if you want to do it on a stovetop, it's like cooking rice. Cook it to a boil, bring it down to simmer, cook it another like 10, 15 minutes, and then it's done. So
super easy.
Super easy. All right. Oh, go ahead.
And I love the flavor of it. It kind of pops in your mouth. It reminds me of those space rock candy, you know, when you just pop, but instead it's with every bite.
That's how he likes the quinoa. The pop rocks. Do you remember those? Okay, so this is a multicolor. We've got white quinoa and red quinoa in here. So all I'm going to do is actually go ahead and move that.
Okay.
I'm going to take the pot that I have of cooked. All I did was cook some ground beef, added some onion. This is red onion instead of yellow onion because I like red onions, and some garlic. And then now all you got to do, oh, what do I do with my spoon? Let me grab another spoon.
Okay.
All I do is you're going to take so instead of orzo, we're doing quinoa. So you're going to add the quinoa to this. This is probably about 2 cups is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of cover, make a layer on top. I want to make sure I've got a layer. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to use a whole thing.
You're going to use
It's probably about 2 cups. Is that what this is?
Yeah, that's about 2 cups.
Okay, so I layered the ground beef with the orzo, or sorry, with the quinoa. Then you've got, I'm cheating, okay? I'm not making green enchilada sauce. So we bought green chili enchilada sauce from Old El Paso, and this is the 10-ounce can. We're gonna pour that all in there.
And I did show you how to make a green enchilada sauce a couple episodes ago. When I made the chili verde. So take a look at that if you'd like to learn how to make your own green chili sauce. It's super, super simple. You use tomatillos, and it turns out awesome.
Yeah, you can do that, but we didn't. Then I've got about 1.5 cups of just chicken broth. I'm gonna add that to it, and I'm gonna wash this because I really don't want too much because the quinoa's already cooked. I'm not looking to cook it anymore. Okay, we'll pour it all in. Okay. And then you want to add your green beans. Black beans to it. This is 2 cans, but I'm gonna see how much.
Yeah,
I don't really
you only want a can.
Well, because I was doubling it, so that's why.
That's true.
Okay, but I don't want that many beans.
Okay.
I'm kind of a person that, no, not I'm kind of.
She is.
A person that cooks by what it looks like, not like, let's just use that much.
So we will give you the base ingredients, and
Judy's
Judy's always adapting them, so you'll have to choose for yourself. But
this is about 4 tablespoons of taco seasoning. And then
is that 1 or 2 packets?
1.
Okay.
1 packet of taco seasoning. But if you have like the container of taco seasoning or you make your own, that's 4 tablespoons.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take all of that and put it back on the pot here, or pot stove, and I'm gonna heat it through.
Gonna heat that through, get the enchilada sauce and everything else nice at a consistent temperature throughout, and then we're gonna add some other goodies to it. So hopefully you guys have had a fantastic weekend. It's hard to believe that it is already February. What is it, like the 23rd? It's like for 24th. I mean, we're almost done with February already. It's hard to believe. And it's interesting because I've been taking a special observation every week as I go to the gym is to the consistency of people still being there. So
I'm gonna add it all.
We're 7 weeks into the year, and I already see the people trailing in their initial resolutions for the new year. So if you found yourself starting to slide in maintaining and staying disciplined, then you might want to re-engage and stay committed, because a lot of people talk about staying motivated, and yes, motivation is good, but motivation is temporary. And so the real key is staying consistent and staying dedicated and discipline yourself to maintain your progress.
So it's commitment, right?
Yes.
That's that dedication and commitment, which we can segue into Transform 20. Because Transform 20 is something that we just finished. If you follow us on IG or Facebook, on our stories, on my stories, I'm showing you every day doing the Transform 20. The thing about that workout is we did it in phases. It was a 6-week program. So every 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks was us thinking about commitment, and all you had to do was stay committed. And once you stay committed and get over disciplined on staying committed, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Then you were like already in the phase of, I'm going to climb now. you got to commit. It's kind of like, committing to the climbing of the mountain. You know,
Yeah.
you're committing to that mountain and you start going, right? You're like, well, I can't quit now because I'm halfway to the top. And that's pretty much what you do in life. You know, if there's something that you're really passionate about, and you commit to it, you know you're going to climb it and you're going to work through it. So we climbed those 2 weeks, and then that was the next 2 weeks. So all we had to do was think about climbing, and we knew we had to work hard. And the last 2 weeks was the conquering, and we knew right then, we were like, we're doing this. We've got it. We're going through it, and we're going to finish it strong. And this, he's going to show you that right there. Show him what we did there.
This is what's cool to me. So we started out week 1, and here's what we did at the end of the week. So Judy did 28, 24, 28. I did 40, 48, 24.
Wait, what are those numbers?
Those are the transform challenges. So there's different little exercises that you have, and those were our count the first week. And it was interesting because as we were talking to a lot of our the people that were in our group, they're like, "Oh man, this week was tough, but I'm feeling better. But you know, I'm gonna stay committed." Then the second the third and fourth week, it was all about getting into your mental game and staying, you know what, I'm going to stay committed. I'm going to keep climbing. I'm going to push myself. In fact, on the fourth, on the very last 5th and 6th week, I actually went up the entire step risers. I never, ever, ever thought I would do that.
Yeah, we used a step in that workout, so.
And so I actually stepped it. I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to climb, I'm going to climb. So I made the commitment and I went all in. And here's our numbers. So Judy went from 28, 44, 28. Then at the end of 6 weeks, check out the strength gain. 52, 100, 58. Pow! Boom! Me, I did 40, 48, 24, and it ended up 59, 67, 53. What's interesting is that was at the higher riser. I looked at my midweek, my middle, and where we were staying consistent, I was at 66, 82, and 32. And so I was climbing, and then I added some extra challenge. And while I came down, I was like, I'm doing it even harder. And I think a lot of times we get into the groove of life, and we're like, you know what, we're not going to push ourselves. And I just said, you know what the heck, I'm going to throw it all in. And I think that was a good lesson for me. And it's been really fun to watch the people's interaction. I'm thinking about one person in particular. She's like, man, I'm not so big on him being in my ear and giving me a silent fist bump and pushing. But I think a lot of times you need that mental push, that mental challenge to say, you know what, you can go beyond what you think you can.
Yeah, we've had some great feedback from our challengers that are doing the group with us. One of them is this. This is really what's cool. It wasn't all about losing pounds, losing inches, although that's the great bonus of it. It's actually about getting stronger mentally first, and then physically everything happens. Really, you've got to be really honest with yourself. It all happens up here first. Committing, that mental game to say, I've got to drive through. I mean, watching the girls of the volleyball tournament this past weekend, not this past weekend, but in Kansas City, I mean, it's a mental game. And if you are on your mental game, you can conquer anything. Life throws you lemons lots of times. I like lemonade, okay? But, it's sour, right? And so sometimes life throws you that. Sometimes things happen that you don't expect. As parents, there's a lot of things that go on that we don't expect. But what are you going to do? Are you going to crumble? Maybe you can have a little bit of a time where you're just trying to figure it out and all that, but that's okay. It's okay to take that time, but think about it. As you are mentally strong, you will push through and get through those hard times. So this is what happened here. We weren't worried about honestly, I wasn't too worried about my numbers going up so much as I was doing my best, because I tell you what, that first week was a wake-up call. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'm getting it. And you just get stronger and stronger mentally, then physically.
The thing that was surprising to me was, because I'm like you, I wasn't so much concerned about my numbers. I was really concerned about being consistent, supporting Judy, supporting the group, supporting myself. and saying, you know what, I'm going to do this for 6 weeks. It's only 20 minutes a day. It's only 6 weeks. I can do this. And then to actually compare the numbers, because I never looked in the past, was like, wow, I actually got stronger, right?
I really didn't look. I looked in the past the week before, but I never looked at the first week. So those numbers are like kind of cool.
But even then, like, yeah, you would look at the weeks before.
Oh, yeah.
I would just do them because I wanted to go, you know what, I'm going to do the best I can without a measuring rod. And I think some people need that measuring rod to say, you know what, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do two more. I just wanted to go, you know what, I'm all in today. And I want to see how my all in today compares to my all in last week. Because sometimes straight up, there were days where I could have easily just gone to bed and said, forget it.
That's why the group was so important.
Yes.
I mean, I felt so committed to that group, and I was like, I can't let them down. I can't let them down. So I got to do my thing. So that totally helps accountability.
Yeah, it made a big difference. Because I know Friday I could have easily said, I'm just going to bed. But I pushed through and I did it on Friday. So.
Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, that's great. And that hour surprise.
Oh yeah.
So,
it wasn't just 20 minutes. It was an hour long.
Yeah, that was a wake up
I was not prepared for that. I'm like, oh gosh. So I must not have read something that I should have read.
But I think that's a good parallel to life. I mean, you're growing and you're progressing. You think you got it, and all of a sudden life throws a big dump of load on you, and you're like, oh, how am I going to get through this? And you know what? You mentally say, you know what? I'm going to commit, and I'm going to climb, and I'm going to conquer, and we did it.
You just do it. Sometimes you just got to do. You got to do the hard stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to let you know, I think I added too much broth.
I was a little worried about that, but that's okay. We can cook it down. Let's add the other ingredients.
Well, I can't add the other ingredients until I cook this down.
Gotcha.
So, I don't want this to be a mush, though.
No, we don't want it to be mushy. So,
here's the thing. Don't add too much broth if you don't want it to.
If you've already cooked it, right? Because part of the reason, like, this original recipe was designed to work in an Instapot or a crock pot.
Yeah.
And so you're cooking it, and it's over time, it's cooking the broth down. Whereas we had already pre-cooked the quinoa and the meat, and so we just wanted to add some broth to add some moisture to it. So
actually, it's not bad.
So
all right, so here's the thing. What you would do, I'm gonna let that cook down. So this is the thing. All you have to do is add tomatoes, sliced olives, cilantro, green onions, and cheese. So let's talk about the cheese for a second. This is the thing. These are all like, yeah, those are healthy and they're fine, right? And the cheese is where we can go like bonkers
overboard.
on. Yeah, ballistic on. Okay, I'm gonna move this to the side. So the cheese is something where you can go a little overboard. This is what we did. Instead of buying, because I'm dairy free, instead of getting just regular cheddar, I typically just wouldn't have it in my dish. But what I did was I got the vegan cheese, and this is chow. Now I've used diet, but this is chow, and it tastes actually really good. It's called Creamy Original.
I want to taste it. I haven't tasted it.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, I thought it tasted great. And primarily
wow.
Yeah.
It tastes just like cheese.
The main ingredient is the tofu. And
wow, that's really
you
good.
read the ingredients. There weren't too many, right?
No, there's only...
read that again.
All right, it's got coconut oil, potato starch, cornstarch, sea salt, natural flavor, olive extract. I mean, that's it. I mean, it's all healthy goodness.
So it's a vegan. I said this was paleo friendly, so I'm not sure with cornstarch if it's going to be paleo friendly. Corn is a grain, so I'm not quite sure. You paleos out there, let me know if this is actually going to be legit for paleo friendly. But we got the slices and we ended up just grating it on there. And I probably have a cup of cheese here. And that's it. That's all you got to add to it. So let's try and add it to it now.
Yeah. So, and then she also has an avocado that we haven't sliced up yet. Are you planning on making a guacamole?
No, you just slice it on top of
Oh,
this.
sliced on top. Cool. Okay. I wasn't sure what we were doing.
Do you want me to put that out
there
right now?
It was just...
Should we do this?
Oh, combine it? Sure.
Should we do that?
Sure.
Okay, before we actually go ahead and leave that there for a second,
okay.
I'm going to go ahead and slice up. Have you guys ever opened up an avocado? Who's with us?
I can't see
Nadia
that far. So.
And somebody crazy. I can't see. So, somebody crazy. So, here's how you do it. It just says that. Can you get my spoon out?
Sure.
This is an avocado that, oh, it's kind of slightly a little black inside, but you just slice it in half. There's a little seed inside. Pop the seed out by cutting it and then cutting the seed out. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna drop that in there. Take a little bit, sometimes you never know what you're gonna get in an avocado. That it might be a little bad. And then all I do is I take my spoon and I scoop it around it so I can get it out in one. Can you grab me a little plate?
Yes.
Well, big plate. Oh,
Sorry, I'm just trying to get that one off. So go ahead and stir that meat up there.
Okay.
So then you've got your avocado, pop it over, and that's it. Guys, that was super easy, right? You don't have to peel the avocado. You just slice it here. Again, there's some little black spots on this one. I really don't care if there is, but some people might. And aesthetically, it may not be appealing, but you can still use it. It's not bad. Okay, so let's go ahead and, where's that? Put this right here. Go ahead, ready?
Yep.
Put that right on top, stir that up. Okay, we're
Ooh,
gonna
it
gently.
smells really good.
Yeah, it's actually cooked down fine.
Okay.
Yeah, don't you think?
Yeah, it's good.
Too watery?
No, it's fine.
You want to show them?
Sure. See
Smells
this
good.
super yumminess. Whoo, look at the steam come off.
Smells good. All right, we're gonna add the tomatoes. Let me just make sure.
Yep,
Okay,
all
add the
those.
tomatoes.
Okay.
I'm not gonna stir it. I'm gonna stir it
No.
all at once.
Okay.
Green onions, lots of them. This is like 7 because I doubled the recipe. Cilantro. And 2 cans of sliced olives. Go for it.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, that looks good.
Careful
I love.
when you fold it.
I
Don't
am
squish
folding
it. You don't want it squished.
I am
Then we're
folding
going
it.
to add some cheese.
Wow, that
Should we
looks
take
awesome.
some out for Ashley because he doesn't like cheese?
Oh, sure.
One of our sons really doesn't like cheese, so let's put that. Get him some.
Look at that super
that looks
yumminess.
So good. Let's get him another scoop.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna add the cheese and stir it in.
Are we gonna stir it in or just
Yeah,
sprinkle it on? Okay.
let's stir it in. Okay. It's gonna like melt all the way in. Okay, Betty gave me this recipe. So Betty, if you're on, what do you think? Are you on?
I saw her earlier actually.
Okay.
So.
Okay, look at that. That's it.
Okay.
Show them what it looks. Oh, let's put it in a little bowl
Okay.
so we can have some and try it.
Oh, this looks really, really, really tasty. It's got great color. Oops,
Yeah.
flipping stuff. Okay.
Put just in a scoop. I'm gonna grab us some forks. And Jody has been sick, so you can eat once out of this, and that's it. So that's all you're going to get.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, one bite. So,
Oh,
so we get to taste. See, I
We're
want
gonna
to make
taste
sure I get a tomato in there.
and get a
so,
cheese.
There you go.
You got tomato and cheese.
Yep.
We're fighting for where we want.
Yeah, because I'm only gonna take one bite. That's it. So.
He can have another bowl, but no. All right, everybody.
Okay, ready?
Wait, it's hot.
I have a tendency, if you
Smells
haven't
good.
noticed from our past episodes, to just throw it in there and then I'm.
Here we go. You ready?
Okay, ready?
Mmm.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's a keeper.
I like
That's a
that
good
green
job.
enchilada sauce.
Yeah, the green enchilada makes it nice.
So you can make this with rice, with orzo, with quinoa. You can add whatever you want in it. It's
Yeah,
delicious. And
that's
if
really
you put it
good.
in a crock pot or an Instapot, I can send you, I'm going to put the recipe in an Instapot too. So anyways, that was yummy.
Good stuff. You gotta try this. Super easy.
And it's healthy.
Yep, and it's healthy. And it's quick. So
Super quick.
I think that'd be really good. And especially if your kids like nachos, that'd be good over some nacho chips.
Yeah, I think that's
So-
a good one.
Yeah, it'd be good. So
All right, friends, thanks for joining us.
thank you. And you know, I just like to think a lot about the Transform 20 every day. Sean T would say, conquer your mind, transform your life.
Oh yeah,
And
he had
it's-
it tattooed on his
had
arm.
it tattooed on his arm. And I
Conquer
think
your
that's
mind, transform your life.
I think that's a big thing, because if you can conquer your mind, you can conquer anything and really transform your life.
For
So,
sure. All right. Hey, Danby, we're just finishing. So get to watch later. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful Sunday. See you later.
See
Peace
ya.
out.
Peace.
I get to have the rest of this, huh?
Yes, you do.